Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Single Sounds. I'm your host, Katie Mack, and this is the podcast that helps single Londoners find a date. This week's character has amazing energy and is really mastering her own way in life. Some would even say she is cool. Welcome to Single Sounds, the one with lips like Rihanna.
Hello.
Nice to have you here.
I'm excited to be here.
Let's dive into your profile. Who, what, where. So who are you sexually attracted to?
Okay, so I'm sexually attracted to men and women. That sounded weird when I said that, but men and women. Yeah.
Nice. Is that like an equal 50-50 split?
It is, literally I could go out today, see a man on the street, and then across the road I can see a woman and want them both.
Amazing.
How crazy is that?
I love that. So would you label yourself as bi or something more?
So it's really strange. I feel like it's quite strange to navigate, but like I say I'm bi because like it's easier to label myself, but I think I'm just attracted to people.
Is that pansexual?
Yeah, but like, it's kind of, I feel like I'm closer to pansexual than bisexual, but I feel like it's just like that middle ground, you know, like I just feel like it depends on the person's vibe and what I get from that, and that connection is really important to me. So it could be a man, it could be a woman.
Yeah, cool.
And that's me, basically.
I love that. It's great for the podcast because it's like the whole audience. Most people narrow it down like real quick, but it's fun.
I thought about it a lot.
Yeah. And what are you looking for?
So what am I looking for? Someone who is fun, conversational. You'll be quite surprised, like grown adults can't have like conversations.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
I'm aware.
so like, someone who can just like literally talk about everything with me. Silly conversations, deep conversations. I want it to be like basically ping pong. Like just like going back and forth and just really easy, And I find that that's hard to find. Someone who's like, ambitious. You don't have to be like an entrepreneur. I'm not asking you to be like, give me 1 million, like a budget or anything. But just like, you can be a teacher. You can be a teacher and just like want to,
strive.
Rise up. Strive and like do more. That's basically it. And,
Any height, age preference?
So this is a bit weird, but like for age range differs from men to women. So like,
oh, that's cool.
So I've dated women that are younger than me, so 23, and I've dated women older than me. So I'd say up to the age of 29, older, and younger, 23. And then I'm 25. And then men's always like older. So like my age to 32.
Okay.
And I think the reason for that is that women are like it's probably controversial to say.
I know.
But I feel like we are quite a bit more mature. So like dating a 23-year-old like doesn't feel like such a huge gap to me because I'm only 25 anyway. But we're quite mature for our age. So like it's easier, but like I feel like guys mature a bit later. So that's why I go for older guys.
I agree. I don't know why it is, but
it's weird.
And there's definitely obviously like a spectrum. Like it's a generalization, but I personally find it too. Like a lot of my friends now, because we're like mid to late 20s, like a lot of them have boyfriends that are 30.
Yeah.
And to me, before that would have been like, oh my gosh, no, you can't date a
creepy
30-year-old. Exactly. Yeah. Whereas now, like basically everyone's boyfriend's 30, so it's like the norm, and it's really weird.
And I've tried and tested it. I have actually dated someone who's younger than me. I think he was 21, and it was a no-go.
Yeah.
Like a no-go. Yeah. There wasn't a second date.
Fair enough.
So
I do hear some people that say like, oh, I really go for a younger guy, but I do find that they are women in their 30s. So they're the ones that are then saying like, oh, I want the fun, like 20-something-year-old.
Yeah.
It's like they've tried and tested the other way. They've gone to like 40 and then they've been like too old.
Yeah.
That's
back. Fair. I get it. Different strokes for different people, hey?
Yeah. So where would you like to date?
So London, like south or east, north or west is probably a bit too far for me, but never say never.
Yeah.
So basically everywhere.
Yeah, good. Okay, so what is your moan of the moment?
Oh, moan of the moment. So I feel like quite a few people will relate to this.
Okay.
But one of my biggest moan of the moments is like, You know, when you're on a night out or just anywhere really, and a guy spots you, he approaches you, and maybe you haven't even checked for him, you haven't even seen him, but he comes up to you and he starts talking to you, flirting with you, maybe buys you a drink, and over the course of the night you're kind of together, and you think in your head as a girl, you're like, oh my god, he really likes me. you go to your friends like, oh my god, this guy's come up to me, he really likes me, I'm probably going to go home with him, or something along those lines. And then as you get closer along the night, he chickens out and he tells you he's got a girlfriend.
Ugh.
Or something comes up and you find out he's got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And that is the most annoying thing, because it's like, why did you waste my time?
Yeah.
Why have you told me? Well, I'm glad you told me, but like, why did you even bother coming up to me when you know? And I just feel like, I don't know whether they do it because they're like outside of mind, the girlfriend's not there, and then they like realise that, oh shit, actually, you're flirting a bit too much, you know, it's getting a bit sexual, and then they're like, oh, can't take you home.
Yeah, maybe it's they want that initial, like, excitement of talking to a stranger, like, I don't know, buying someone a drink, that's probably, like, feels quite good, ego boost.
Yeah.
And then once you realise that they're single, you're like, oh,
yeah,
now this is as far as it can go.
Yeah, and I think it's really shit for us girls who are single, because it's like you're having fun, and like it's quite hard to meet people these days.
Oh, definitely.
And then when you have that connection with someone, you open yourself up, and then you find out they have a girlfriend, or their friend tells you they have a girlfriend.
Yes, it's normally their friend.
Yeah.
Or like their
always,
friend.
yeah.
Like that.
Their friend always snitches on them.
Their friend, like, snitches on them. Well, not snitches, but it's like, oh, has he told you about his girlfriend? It's like,
no, you didn't tell me.
Thanks for letting me know.
And then you're just embarrassed because all these people saw you, and you're just like, oh gosh, like you're just a bit upset because you're like, oh, I actually kind of liked him.
Yeah.
You're invested in that, and then now you're like, oh, well, I'm not going to get with you because you have a girlfriend.
Yeah, it does dampen your night a bit as well. Especially like, say, if you've gone to the loos, you've told your friends, like, oh, he's here.
You've definitely like had a giggle, like, oh my god.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, what waste of space.
Honestly, literally, that's it.
Yeah, I don't even know how that would improve as well. I don't know how to suggest. Like...
Guys should stop doing it. If you have a girlfriend, stick to your girlfriend. Leave us single ladies alone.
Don't buy a drink. I feel like that's the moment where it's like, ooh. I feel like obviously we're not saying like don't talk to people.
Yeah, no.
But the buying of the drink.
Yeah.
That's a cue. That's a social cue that like...
What happened to me where it like triggered me recently was that he bought me a few drinks and then we were dancing. He was like getting really like flirty and like we were getting really close and like, you know, a song came on, like he was like, you know, whining me, and then he was like, oh, I can't do this. And I was like, I don't understand. Like, what can't you do? Can't you like whine? Like, did you want to do that? And he was like, oh, like I'm really sorry, I've got a girlfriend. And I was like, so you've waited like 2+ hours.
Yeah.
Buy me drinks.
You said multiple drinks as well.
Yeah. Buy me drinks. Been with me, like just not leaving me alone. Gone to the toilet. You're waiting outside the toilet for me.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Weird behaviour.
If you have a girlfriend, you're not doing that, are you?
Also, like, if the girlfriend saw that behaviour, she'd be really pissed off.
Yeah, right?
I would be.
So I was just like,
My
rah.
man's like waiting for someone outside the loop.
I was like, rah.
They don't
like,
know.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not thinking this connection all up in my head.
No.
So yeah.
That is bizarre.
Yeah, and that's my moment of the moment.
Yeah, fair. We'll sort them out via podcast.
Yeah, hopefully.
I hope someone's listening to this thing like, shit, I do that all the time.
Yeah, if that's you, stop.
Okay, I mean, we're not really moving on to a more positive note here, but what is your worst dating story?
So this happened a couple of weeks ago. Probably about...
Oh, very fresh.
Yeah, so not too long ago. I was on a date, I met this guy off Hinge, and just a disclaimer that after I went on this date, I decided I'm not going to be on Hinge anymore, and I actually deleted it. And I have not been on Hinge since, and that was probably about 6 weeks ago.
Do you know what's funny is their slogan is like designed to be deleted.
Yeah.
It was not in that sense.
Yeah, not in that sense. So I met this guy called Greg, and
Greg.
Probably should have known from the name, really.
Yeah. No,
I'm joking. And we went on a date, and he had good chat, like texting him for a while on Hinge, like, probably like 4 days, and he said, oh, let's go on a date. And I was like, okay, cool. So I went on a date with him, met up with him in Rum Kitchen. So I was like, it's good vibe, good choice. We ordered our drinks, I ordered a mojito.
Nice.
And got our drinks now, got our cocktails. And we'd only been there for like 15, 20 minutes max. And I start sipping my mojito. He says, this actually makes me uncomfortable. As I'm about to say it. He says to me, oh, like, really love your lips. Can't wait to feel those lips on my...
Oh...
And no joke, right? I was like sipping my drink and I was like a bit bent over. And I look up at him and I'm like, I like squint my eyes and I'm like, I'm perplexed. I'm like, the audacity. Like, I was like, I looked at him and I was like, I just met you 15 minutes ago. Like, that's a bit weird. I was like, that's a bit inappropriate. I tried to like say it in a funny way, but also I was a bit like, oh my God, where am I? He was like, oh, I'm really sorry. I just wanted to break the ice. I just wanted to like break the ice and I thought it'd be a bit of banter. And I was like...
It wasn't banter though, was it?
I was like, I don't know you enough for it to be banter. I accepted the apology and was just like, tried to like shrug it off. But like, probably another 40 minutes in and I was just like, I'm actually really uncomfortable. I said to him like, I'm really sorry, but I just don't think this is going to go any further. By that point, I'd got the ick and I was like, if you're saying stuff like that, you're not for me. No. So I was just like, I'm sorry, I'm going to go. Like, don't text me.
Good you said it in person though.
Yeah, I'm so glad I did because I feel like a couple of years ago, I probably would have just stayed on that date. But I was just like, there's no point. Like, I don't like you anymore. You've ruined it. I just feel like guys make the mistake. A lot of guys do this to talk about sex. You do not need... If we're going to have sex with you, we're going to have sex with you. Yeah. You don't need to bring it up. Like, or make slide jokes.
So, like,
just wait for the moment. Like, stop being so aggressive.
Yeah.
And just wait. I feel like once you've, like, made, like, a joke like that isn't, like, reciprocal, it's over.
Also, like, my favourite thing to say is every joke's a half joke, in the sense that, you know, he said, like, oh, it's banter. But if you responded well to it, he would have built on it. Like,
100%.
Gone on to, like, be like, well, should we get out of here? You know, like...
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't think saying it's banter is, like, if you responded well, he wasn't exactly going to be like, oh, why are you doing that? That's weird. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and he was all like, oh, yeah, I just wanted to break the ice.
Yeah, well, I don't know, ask me a would you rather.
Do you know what I mean? Like, two troops in a lie. Like, get to know me. Like, not say, like, crude things about my
Google
lips.
some better icebreakers.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Also, yeah, that's crazy. Like, there is ways, in the sense that if you want to break the ice in a physical sense, you touch their arm or, like...
So maybe, true, I never thought of that.
Or, like, look at their lips. Don't, like, say that.
Oh, my God.
There's ways of your body language you can try and, like, be 100%. Suggestive.
Yeah.
Without...
And I just found, like, we weren't even an hour in. We were in, like, I swear it must have been 15, 20 minutes. It was so early and I was like, I literally just sat down.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, you move fast.
Yeah, that's so true as well. I feel like if it was, I don't know, like 2 hours in, you might have been like, oh, he's had a few mojitos, like, you know, he's trying to just put it on or whatever, just trying to be confident, or maybe like the nerves got the better of him.
But that was just him.
Yeah, in the first 15 minutes, you're like, you do that to everyone as well.
Yeah,
that's the
definitely.
vibe, isn't it?
That's his definite line every time.
Yeah, well.
So Greg was out the door.
Greg. Amazing. Okay, let me know your most irrational fear.
So, I don't know if this is irrational, but I feel really strongly about this. I hate pigeons. Pigeons, seagulls, but pigeons in particular, because I call them the vermin of the sky. Because they fly so low. And I've been attacked by birds so many times that, like, for me now, if I'm around them, just in any vicinity, I feel like my whole body is just going to, like, convulse and I'm going to have, like, a panic attack. Just because, like, there's just been so many instances where, like, I'm just walking, enjoying my day, having an ice cream, having some crisps, and, like, they're just flying by me, like, so close. One time, I was in Leicester Square with my friend and we were walking and this seagull literally flew right by us and it actually touched my cheek.
Oh.
Its feather touched my cheek.
No.
Could you imagine? Like, the scream that I screamed.
I've had them, like, touch my hair before, but my cheek, that's quite intimate.
Yeah. Another time, a seagull, I was coming out of McDonald's with my friend. In the middle of the day, we were walking to the station. I had bought mayo chicken. Literally just come out the door and a seagull landed on my head, like its feet landed on my head, and it looked over me and picked it out of my hands. All I had in my hands left was mayo. The burger was complete, and I think I'd had like one chew, and I was like, no. And my heart was literally like, if I had an Apple Watch back then, they'd be pinging.
It would have gone to like 300.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why it's my rational. It's not, I don't think it's irrational. I think it's genuinely a fear.
Yeah. Well, that was seagulls, not pigeons, so it's just birds.
Yeah, birds. Just stay away from me.
Yeah. It's funny, I've had quite a few people say birds.
I feel like my mum always says that because they sense the fear in you, so they come close to you.
Yeah,
that's not what I want.
Do that. Apparently, horses and dogs can sense it as well.
Yeah.
And then you're right. Then they come and approach you. Yeah. They want to know why you're nervous.
So annoying. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't love birds.
Pigeons are just
pigeons are grim.
Grim.
They are grim. And someone said this to me the other day, and I thought it was so funny. It's so true. You don't see baby pigeons.
True.
Yeah. It's
that was
weird.
fully grown. Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously the babies would be in the nest, but you don't even see small ones. You just see fat ones.
Big ass ones.
Yeah.
Chunky boys.
Yeah. So where are all the little pigeons?
Yeah. Because maybe I'd have a juxtaposition to them and I wouldn't be so scared of them.
Yeah. Because I think that's the thing, the ones you see are all the old gammy fat ones. So,
gammy ones, yeah. Yeah. Have you ever seen a pigeon splashed in the road dead?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's horrible. And you're you kind of deserve it, but right.
Yeah, no, it's the way the feathers go. I think, war. Right. No, I don't like dead things. Okay, what is your low-key flex?
So my low-key flex is, and this is kind of funny because it's kind of related to my worst dating story, but it's not. One time I was told by Rihanna's head makeup artist that I've got lips just like Rihanna.
That is a good flex. That's the best one I've heard so far.
Literally. Yeah, she said that my lips are so, literally identical to Rihanna's.
Wow.
And I was literally first of all, Rihanna's an icon and I love her. I've loved her since she had red hair back in secondary school. Had her posters all over my wall. But yeah.
That is mad. How did you meet her makeup artist?
So back in the day when she had she just launched her makeup line in Harvey Nicks. I used to go there, track all the way from home to go buy makeup there, and I met her head makeup artist. I think it must have been the launch party or something, and she did my makeup and she was like, I love your lips just like Rihanna's. Wow. Cupid's bow. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, what a compliment.
That is.
So that is my low-key flex.
Love that. Yeah, your lips come up twice now. I know what you mean. That's the maybe he had a Rihanna fetish. Maybe he knew what her lips
Maybe he knew the head makeup artist.
Yeah. And what is your drink of choice?
So probably a cocktail, probably a mojito or an espresso martini, but usually it's a rum and coke.
Okay.
Yeah, love a rum and coke.
Cool. Is that your go-to first drink if you're in a bar on a date, or would you do the cocktails?
I'm a bit of a messy one. I just kind of drink anything. I could go from wine to Recently, my friend at work's brought me into this new drink called tequila soda lime.
Yeah, everyone's talking about this at the moment.
Oh my God,
I've had it twice on the podcast.
It's so good.
Never even heard of it.
It's you'd think that it'd be disgusting because tequila's blah, but so nice.
Yeah, I had it recently, so someone ordered it at my work drinks, and I said everyone's telling me about this thing, I need to try it.
And it's quite cheap because tequila's not that expensive and soda's literally nothing.
Yeah, I didn't love it, but I also didn't hate it, a bit like how I felt about gin and tonics the first time I tried it, so I feel if I kept having it,
you'd like it.
I'd really like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it took me a while to grow into the gin and tonics. Because it's just a bit unusual.
Yeah.
I feel it's a bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's on this tequila tonic hype. I don't know if it's a TikTok thing.
Maybe. It might be, yeah.
Or everyone got experimental in lockdown. That's what someone else said. They ran out of ingredients. So
they had tequila left. There's always tequila left.
They had loads of tequila. Don't know why anyone had loads of tequila, but okay. And final question: what is your love language?
I am an acts of service kind of girl in friendships and relationships, but acts of service is a big thing for me.
Love languages are that, aren't they? Actually, it's not just your romantic relationship; it's kind of all your relationships.
Yeah, just knowing someone's there for you and will do you don't even have to ask; they just do stuff for you is just so important to me. Yeah, because I feel like I'm a compassionate person and I think about that stuff and want to do that for someone who I'm there for, I'm in a relationship with. So I feel like for it to be reciprocated would be a big thing for me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So because you like to do it as well.
Yeah.
Because I find that interesting. Some people's love languages are mismatched. So they prefer receiving one thing and giving a different thing.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think I'm the same. I'm time. Quality time.
Ah, okay.
I literally forgot.
So I'm quite independent. So like, I feel like I'd rather see you once in a week. Obviously, I want to see more than that. But like, if I only could see you once in a week, we spend all day together and we have the best time. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
Because I still want to do my own things, and I think you should still do your own things.
But yeah, that is still quality time, I guess.
Yeah.
Because it's like the time you spend together is good quality. So then, like, they're not on their phone, you know, you're not like watching the football and I'm just sat there. Like, like you said, you spent the whole day together. You've done like maybe really fun activities. Like, that would be enough to fulfill. I love it.
To be honest, I kind of feel like all of them are quite important.
They are.
Yeah. You have to have some element.
Yeah. The other one I'm keen on is words of affirmation. I like that in friendships too. Like, I like someone to check in with me. Like, they don't have to tell me they love me all the time, but, you know, like once in a while, it's nice to hear that they appreciate me.
Yeah. No, I agree. I feel like in dating, the more I like someone, the more I want those words of affirmation. I want to be like, it's almost like validation. You want to know that how I'm feeling, you feel that too. I think that's so key.
Yeah.
So I think my top two would probably be acts of service and physical touch.
Oh, touch, yeah, forget about that one.
Yeah, those are my top two.
No, yeah, mine is definitely quality time and words of affirmation, I'd say, more than the touch. I'm a bit like a cat sometimes, so I don't. You know, cats, like, either they can be really cuddly or they can be like, no, thank you. That is me. Like, I have to be in the mood. Like, there's moods where I'm like, but like, please don't touch me.
I feel like physical touch doesn't mean like sex. It just means like holding hands.
That's what I mean, but there's moods where I don't want to be like touched.
At all. Oh, wow. Okay.
No.
Okay. Okay.
So, like, is it
not
like,
even like hand on leg?
No,
it doesn't have to be like stroking.
Yeah,
just hand on leg.
Just like sometimes I just want to be like in my
separate
bubble. Yeah. And it's funny because I learnt this really early on because it was actually like my family, especially my dad, would learn that like I needed to initiate a hug or something. Like he couldn't come and just hug me because I'd be like, no.
Yeah. Uncomfortable. Yeah. I feel like as I've got older, I've become more open to like being like that affectionate and be willing to do hugs. I feel like when I was younger, I was like, no, don't touch me. I'm not gonna hug you. I won't hug you, mum.
But then like if I'm in the mood, I'm like really huggy with my friends sometimes. Like, and that'll be like, you know, like linking arms, like all the things.
Linking arms. Wow. One extreme to the other. Oh wow.
That's what I mean. Cat.
Yeah.
It's on my terms. That one's why it's not that important to me.
So funny.
Yeah, funny. Okay, bestie rec time.
Oh!
I need to stop saying it like that. I always say I'm more like, bestie. I get so excited. Okay.
I'm excited to hear who it might be.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're going to say.
This person was very efficient and I really enjoyed that about them.
Okay.
Like, I do have to chase people quite a lot for this bit.
Okay.
And this person.
Top tier. I love that. I love
top tier efficiency. Just like there was never any doubt, you know?
Oh, okay.
Replied straight away being like, yes. And then like sent it to me within a few days. A lot of people say they will and then they'll leave it till the day before.
Love that. Love that from whoever this person is.
Yeah, so just wanted to give
that
that little nugget of info so they can hear it and realise I appreciated it as well.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready.
So, reasons to date my friend. Firstly, she is someone who enjoys the nice things in life, and that can be from new concerts or going on holiday or a nice restaurant. By the way, food is key because my friend is a massive foodie. She's also someone that I'm really proud of actually because she's growing and finding her own way in the world, and she deserves someone who is just as open-minded to trying new things and growing with her. The other thing that makes my friend the best person today is that she's a very honest person. She'll challenge you and she'll really bring the best out of you. And she certainly brings the best out of me. And lastly, she's just super duper cool. And in saying that, she'll also be your biggest supporter and she'll be the one that shows you off and really lifts you up in a person, which is really what you want in a relationship. So yeah, I would recommend my friend to anyone today and you'd be lucky to have her.
Oh, that is so sweet.
It is so nice.
Oh my God.
It's really wholesome.
Oh, it is.
Little gem.
Oh gosh, what a gem.
I also told her voice was really nice because she was like really not happy to hear her own voice back, which most people aren't, to be fair. But I was like, no, trust me.
No, she sounds good.
Nice.
Yeah, she's got a good voice. Yeah, I agree about that. That is so sweet. It's actually not the person I expected it to be, and I think that makes it even better.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's good. I do like the surprises. It's good to get them in.
You did well there. You did well.
I like digging, my little snooping. From that, I just got that you're a really lovely person. I liked how she called you cool. I don't know why. It felt really genuine.
It didn't it?
Yeah,
I wouldn't say I was cool, so
and I
it
feel
felt
like
good to hear.
Yeah, you don't really like think that about yourself.
No.
Like ever. I would never call myself cool. And I don't think anyone, like, it's kind of uncool to label yourself as cool.
Literally.
But when, I don't know, the way she said it, I was like, she thinks
She really believes that,
She believes that.
It's so nice to know.
I don't know, yeah. And the other really nice moment she said was that you're finding your own way in life.
Yeah,
That was touching.
I love that she said that, like, I'm going to really challenge someone, because I think that's something that I really look for. I don't want to feel complacent. I don't want to be bored. I get bored easily, and I think I need that. She really hit all the points there.
Yeah, the challenge one's interesting. I've had it before where I like someone to have their own opinions, but not just their own opinions, to stick to their own opinions. Yeah. So have you ever had when you're having a conversation with someone and then they go like, I believe this, and you say, actually, like, I don't, I believe this. And then they instantly like change their opinion, and you're like, whoa, you just told me you think the opposite of that. Like, why are you changing now? And there's a nice way to say it, obviously, like being like, oh, I've just learned like new information and I didn't know that, and that's why I've changed my opinion. But some people, like, they don't say that. It just seems like they're trying to say it
to please you.
Yeah,
you want to like hear their honest opinion,
like it wasn't their actual opinion in the first place. So I was like, why did you say it?
Yeah, because then you start thinking about what they said and you're like, which one is it?
Yeah, exactly. And then you just end up thinking they don't have a backbone, sort of thing.
Oh, I hate people like that. Honestly,
they just agree with everything you say. It's like annoying.
Yeah, no, it is. That's a moan of a moment. Yeah. I love what she said. I do feel as well like I'm in a place right now where I am growing, and I feel good in my skin, and I feel like
that's so nice.
I'm at a good place where I feel ready to date and meet people, and I feel like, you know, I want to be with someone who's also in that space, you know, self-assured, knows themselves, and just wants to have fun and just, you know, get to know each other, and that companionship life, you know, just like go through life together.
Yeah, love it. Okay, this or that time.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Nice. If you win the lottery, would you tell people or stay anonymous?
Stay anonymous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really interesting one, that one.
Did you see the one the other day about the Euro Millions couple?
Yeah, they announced it.
To be fair, they won so much money that even if someone like loads of their family come out of the woodwork, I mean, they'll be all right.
Yeah, apparently that's what happens, and like your local church write to you and be like, we need a new chimney or some stuff.
I think I saw in the paper, it was like, they said on the headline that they're richer than Adele, and I was like, you'll be all right.
Fair enough. Yeah. I wouldn't announce it like they did, but I would want to tell like people I trust.
Yeah, your family, and
but then it's like, if it's that much money, what was theirs, like 180 mil, I think?
Yeah, 84 million, something like that, 184 million. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot, and like, I don't really know how you could get away with hiding that.
True.
I don't know.
Because your whole life would change.
Yeah, that's the thing. And then like,
the only thing is
it's
like,
mad.
Obviously that's a lot of money, and obviously you want to like spend it on your friends and family, but like I was having this conversation the other day, like, let's say you go to dinner, right? Are you paying for that dinner every time?
I don't know,
because it's like, is it like an obligation now that because I'm this rich?
I think that's why people don't tell people, because they don't want
that'd
people
be a bit jarring, like knowing that every time you're going out or someone's inviting you to something, you're gonna pay. Because obviously I know you have loads of money, but like at some point you don't want to just be there like to be paying.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Anna Delvey situation.
Yeah. And I think it would make you question so much. Like,
so much.
Who your friends are.
Yeah.
If you're always paying for stuff.
Yeah,
like,
and I think it would get to me, actually.
Yeah. Or you just want to give it all away.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think probably I would tell my family. And I'd have to see with friends.
Okay. Would you rather have your flight delayed by 8 hours or lose your luggage for 24 hours?
Flight delayed.
Yeah, I picked that.
Imagine going 24 hours without any of your stuff.
Yeah.
That's so long. That's horrible.
Yeah.
I see, like, when people talk about that on, like, TikTok or, like, Instagram, you're like, do you go out and buy new clothes? What do you do for that 24 hours? That 24 hours is ruined.
I actually did. I had my luggage get lost. Luckily, it was, like, coming back. So I was in the UK, so obviously it was, like, easier. But I had never had my bag lost before this point, so I didn't have anything in my hand luggage that was useful, whereas now I'll always pack like spare set of clothes, my toothbrush and my pills in my bag, so that if it gets lost, like I'll still
be able to continue
live,
on,
because the most annoying thing for me was my contraceptive pill was in that bag.
Yeah.
So then mine was the one where you had to take it like
every day.
Yeah, set times, and I couldn't get a doctor's appointment. Like I just couldn't get it that fast. So then my whole cycle like messed up just because I lost my bag, and I was like, never again.
Yeah. Yeah, that teaches you.
I'm now well prepared for the bag to get lost, but it still sucks because the process was annoying. Like I had to go up to like a little kiosk at Gatwick and be like, my bag hasn't shown up. And then they like could track the flight tag or whatever. They were like, yeah, it's in Rome. I didn't even go to Rome.
Oh my God. I thought it like gets lost en route.
I think they just put it on the wrong plane.
Oh my God.
I was coming back from Turkey.
Oh my God.
I was like, great.
Not even in like Istanbul or something.
Yeah, and it took quite a few days to come back. Like, it definitely wasn't 24 hours because then they got to put it on a flight, and then they shipped it from the airport to me, and
God, that's a whole palaver. No.
This is a random one. High five or fist bump?
High five. I feel like it's just better, you know.
Stronger.
I know my friend said I'm cool, but I just don't think I'm cool enough to do fist bumps. Like, I'm not sure I'm that cool.
Bagels or toast?
Oh, toast. So, I used to be obsessed with bagels. Like, I would have maybe one, maybe two a day. And
that's a lot of bagels.
Yeah. And I've literally gone, I'm going to sound like a bagel, like, anonymous or something like this, but I've gone 12 months without having a bagel. I completely just stopped. Because I realised there was so much sugar in them.
Yeah, there's a lot.
I was eating them like, so I'd have them on everything, like avocado on toast, but it'd be a bagel, bacon sarnie, bagel, peanut butter and jelly, bagel.
You're right.
Like,
so just like your only bread.
Yeah, and just even with butter on them, they're just so, oh my God. So and I got to a point where I was just like, I'm eating this too much. I almost got sick of it because I was eating it so much in lockdown. So I just like went cold turkey and haven't looked back ever since. I just go to like AA meetings.
I didn't know that was going to come out from that question. But yeah, okay.
This is where I am.
So we like literally...
Bagel sober.
Yeah, bagel sober. Hilarious. Would you rather be a drug dealer or a bank robber?
Oh, bank robber. I think it's way more cool. I think you probably get longer for dealing drugs, surely.
Ooh,
I feel like...
Depends what drugs, though.
Yeah, true. The thrill of, like, robbing a bank would be quite cool.
Yeah. To be fair, it doesn't say if you're successful or unsuccessful. So if you're a successful bank robber, you're right, that's kind of cool.
I'm just thinking about money heist and I'm thinking how cool that is.
I was thinking
it's very elaborate. And I'm like...
They do take it a bit far, but...
Yeah. I feel like you have to be smart to rob a bank as well.
Yeah.
Whereas any old idiot could be a drug dealer. I hope no one who listens to this podcast is a drug dealer. But... I hope I'm not offending you, but yeah, I feel like you have to be quite smart. Like the professor from Money Heist.
I love that quote. Any old idiot can be a drug dealer. Would you rather be on a survival reality show or a dating reality show?
Ooh, I don't think I would survive the survival reality show. I think of like Bear Grylls and that, and I just don't think I could do it. Or, what's that one on TV? It was Stand Up to Cancer, like the one that all the celebs do, and it's like they have to do like days in the forest or something, and it's like I just couldn't do it.
No, I'm thinking of I'm a Celeb.
No,
it's not really survival. I guess they all lose a lot of weight.
There's one specifically that I've seen quite a few people from Love Island go on, and I'm like, I could never do that. But like
something in the jungle.
Yeah, even like I'm a Celeb, I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, I do think a dating show would be very fun.
I am a bit of a flirt, so I think I would enjoy it. Yeah. And just like it's like Love Island, you meet friends.
Yeah, I think I just treat it like a little fun holiday.
A little holiday, yeah.
I don't think I'd put pressure on it. To be fair, there is only like, I don't know, maybe like 6 people in there that you are attracted to.
Yeah.
If that. Like, there's probably, what is there, like 12 contestants in total? Like,
I wonder what the process is. Do they ask them like what their type is and then they try and find...
I always think that. Do they match them up like before and hope that they get together? Yeah, I feel like they must do some of that, otherwise...
Because I'm like, otherwise, if I go in there and then there's no one my type, I'm just like sat there like...
just on the side.
Just on the side, like having a good summer, like Dr. Alex George.
That definitely does happen to some people. Like, I've heard people moan being like, none of these are my type.
But that's a better option than survival show.
Yeah, fair enough. And that concludes the podcast.
Oh, so quick.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed it,
actually. Fast.
Yeah, it did.
Do you have any final words?
No, I don't actually. I think I said it all.
Cool.
Really enjoyed it. I hope you listen.
So if you think you would be a great match for this character, let us know via DM on Instagram @SingleSounds. That's a wrap. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next Tuesday.